Chapter 9, I Dissent. By 2013, Ruth had already served on the Supreme Court for 20 years. But it wasn't until that year that her fame exploded. It started with a court session on June 25, 2013. Ruth wore her black beaded collar to court that day. It meant, "Watch out." Chief Justice John Roberts read aloud an opinion agreed upon by 5 justices, a majority. It stripped away parts of the Voting Rights Act. Congress had passed the Voting Rights Act nearly 50 years earlier to make sure that minorities got to cast their votes. This was especially important in states where there had been a long history of preventing certain people from voting. But Chief Justice Roberts said, "Our country has changed." According to the court's majority opinion, the protections of the past were no longer necessary. "I dissent," said Ruth when the Chief Justice finished. To dissent means to strongly disagree with an opinion. Her voice was soft as usual, but the dissent she read aloud spoke with a roar. Discrimination still caused harm in our society, Ruth insisted. Discrimination means acting unfairly to people because of such things as their race or religion or gender. The Voting Rights Act had done a good job of protecting voters all across the country. Destroying the law now would be like throwing away your umbrella in a rainstorm because you are not getting wet. The force of her words rang true to a great many citizens. Suddenly there was a website calling Ruth the notorious RBG. A rap star had gone by a similar name. Soon the first RBG t-shirt appeared, followed by a rap song praising Ruth and her work. All these were created by young people who saw Ruth as a hero who spoke truth to power. Overnight, the justice who had fought for people's rights for decades became the rock star of the court. Her picture and initials popped up everywhere, on greeting cards, mugs, totes, bobblehead dolls, action figures, baby clothes, and even tattoos. A popular saying about Ruth also went viral. You can't spell truth without Ruth. Ruth had never sought fame. Now she good-naturedly accepted being a pop culture hero. "I'm 84 years old, and everyone wants to take a picture with me," she said, laughing. The best part was seeing young people use the power of the internet to make worthwhile social change. Usually, Ruth agrees with the majority of justices. We are unanimous much more often than we divide 5 to 4, she points out. Still, she's not afraid to dissent if she believes the majority is wrong. Her dissents have power. The written record of her words can influence future courts. The voting public listens too. Citizens can vote for the changes that Ruth urges. Congress hears Ruth's dissent. In 2007, the Supreme Court ruled against a woman named Lilly Ledbetter, a factory manager in Alabama. One day at work, Ledbetter discovered her pay was far less than the pay of male managers. Even men she had trained earned more than she did. So Ledbetter filed a lawsuit. Too late, the court said in their ruling. She was supposed to file her complaint 3 months after getting her first paycheck. Instead, she had done it years later. Ruth dissented. From the bench, she called on Congress to fix the loophole in the federal law. Congress listened, agreed, and took action. The Ledbetter Fair Pay Act became the first bill that President Barack Obama signed into law in 2009. A picture of the signing hangs in Ruth's chambers today. Is it hard on Ruth when the court overrules something very important to her? I'm dejected, but only momentarily, she said. But then you go on to the next challenge, and you give it your all. You know that these important issues are not going to go away. They are going to come back again and again. There will be another time, another day.